Michael Brune is the executive director of the Sierra Club. He joins us now from Oakland. Michael, walk us through this. Why is the Paris Agreement so important, and what's at stake here exactly?
Well, so the Paris Agreement, what it did really more than anything else is it showed that the whole country, the whole planet can work together. The United States, China, European Union, India, South Korea, Brazil, all of these countries and a couple hundred more all came together to agree to commit to significant reductions in carbon pollution and significant growth in clean energy. This is good news. It's good news for our economy, for our national security. It's good news for wildlife, and it's good news for our country, unless President Trump actually does pull out of the agreement and try to move the United States in another direction.
Michael, the president says that strict regulations hurts the economy overall. Do you agree or not?
No. Look, the fastest growing sector of the U.S. economy right now is the clean energy sector. Growth in the solar industry outpaces almost every other single industry, not just in the United States, but around the world. We have seen millions of jobs that have been created in the last decade in solar, in wind, in advanced batteries, in energy efficiency. And at the same time, when we take action on climate change, it doesn't just create jobs, it cuts pollution, obviously. We're cutting air and water pollution, and we're cutting climate pollution at the same time. So many people look at fighting climate change as a moral obligation. It's something that we've got to do. But fighting climate change is also an economic opportunity. It's something that we get to do. We have a chance to stimulate growth in our economy, as those corporate CEOs said, and fight one of the biggest challenges that our society faces. This move by the president, which is opposed by a majority of Americans in all 50 states, is a boneheaded, it's a misguided move that will have repercussions for decades to come.
Michael, you know that the Paris Agreement is non-binding. There's no any sort of recourse or repercussion if countries don't meet what they want to meet, what they've agreed to meet. You look at a country like India. I was fascinated to see where they're headed. The Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, has made some incredible advances on their own, saying that they're going to increase 91% in renewable energy, grid-related. They want to move power plants. The next power plant they need is in 2022. They're trying not to even build that power plant. And they want to turn electric cars, the entire country, to use electric cars by the year 2030. If the president pulls out of this, can other countries still continue and do their own thing, and even states in this country as well?
Yeah, they already are. Yesterday, we saw an agreement come from Germany and China, who pledged to work together to significantly expand on renewable energy development. Today, Governor Jerry Brown is also flying to China to talk about how our state in California and states across the country can work with China and other countries in stimulating clean energy. Here's the situation. When I started at the Sierra Club 7 years ago, clean energy, solar and wind, was way more expensive than coal, more expensive than gas, more expensive than nuclear power. Now that situation has reversed. So when we switch from coal and often gas to clean energy, we actually save money in the process. We're lowering our energy costs. So that's why you're seeing so many countries make big investments in clean energy, because they'll save money and they'll create jobs and they'll cut pollution. So what we're seeing from the president, what we're likely to hear in the next hour and a half or so, is just a payoff to his benefactors. It's a payoff to wealthy individuals, CEOs in the oil and coal and gas industries, who want to resist any attempt to change. Our economy will be based on clean energy. The only question is whether the White House will get on board and help us out in that transition.
Michael Brune, executive director of the Sierra Club. Thank you, Michael.
Thanks for having me on.